Welcome to another DragonLance Saga gaming episode. Today is session 3 of our Dungeons & Dragons 5.5 edition DL1 Dragons of Despair actual play. It is Majitog Paleswelt the 11th. My name is Adam. I would like to take a moment and thank the DL Saga YouTube members and Patreon patrons and invite you to consider becoming a member or patron. You can even pick up Dragonlance Media or get $10 signing up to start playing games using my affiliate links. Now, the majority of the Dragonlance maps in this episode are actually created by Ernie Noah. You can pick those up using the link in the description below. And every one of these Dragonlance Gaming episodes serves as a fundraiser for nonprofits who support our active duty service members or veterans who no longer serve. All donations go directly to those organizations. If you care, if you're capable, thank you for your consideration. And if not, that's okay. Enjoy the show anyway. Here we go. Last time on Dragons of Despair, the heroes are drowned out by the loud music. The heroes stay the night in the common room of the Inn of the Last Home and head out early before the sun is out to find the White Stag. They travel off the main road, north around Crystalmere Lake, and see workers in the near fields. They approach them and see that the farmers are clearly distrustful of outsiders and try their best to avoid conversing with them. They make mention of demons taking away families and people disappearing, so the heroes leave them to their work. They travel west around the lake and south towards Prair's Eye Peak to see a group of pilgrims leading a cart with a body in it down the Twin Flat. The pilgrims approach them with strange accents and fully clothed in robes, masks, and gloves. They ask about a forge hammer which was taken from Zack Saroth and if the companions had it so that they could heal their wounded friend. The heroes denied any knowledge of it, and the pilgrims went on their way. But then the heroes noticed a white stag in the mountains. They follow it over Prair's Eye Peak into Darkenwood and are surrounded by centaurs. They lead them to the Unicorn Grove where the Forest Master relays a message of a glorious being. You must fly straight away across the Eastwall Mountains and be in Zack Saroth in 2 days. Pegasus arrive and take the heroes to the sky. They all fall asleep and wake with fading memories about Darkenwood. They investigate the burning plains all the way into the Quayshu village, only to find it empty and ransacked. They found a message from a Verminard telling his troops not to take prisoners, and they continue on through Sageway East to see a massive footprints of unknown beasts and humanoids. Not sure what they will find, and being exhausted from their journey, they make camp, preparing for the day to come, where they will attempt to reach Zack Saroth. And this is where we pick up with Asher, who, upon the old man who was telling stories in the last home in Solace, he ended up leaving, and Asher, just out of curiosity, went to follow him and see where he could have gone off to. The old man seemed to walk all the way down the ramp in surrounding the Valenwoods that the Inn of the Last Home was perched up on top of, and by the time he got to the bottom, the old man was nowhere to be found. But smelling sort of fires on the wind, Wanderlust took his heart and he went off. He ran across the Quakiri tribe, which were all sort of preparing for some sort of battle or war. There was rumors of fires being started in the north, and fires are certainly on the wind. So even though it was nightfall, even though it was just in the middle of the darkness, they ended up sort of half-heartedly throwing him out of their village, and Asher continued on west to see where these fires were coming from and what was going on. He traveled through the night, and by the time the heroes got to Quayshu and went through the Sageway East, that's about the time that Asher arrived in Quayshu and started looking around, found the devastation that was there. Asher, you saw a bunch of fresh footprints heading off to Sageway East. You start heading that direction, and in the distance, you see the companions that you were traveling with into Solace. Somehow, they got ahead of you, though they shouldn't have been able to do that because you left first. You're not entirely sure why, but you can see that they're clearly making camp. They clearly think they're far enough off the path that no one would find them, and yet here you are staring at them. So they haven't noticed you. What do you do?
Well, being the mischievous kinder that I am, I attempt to kind of surprise everybody.
Okay, how do you go about
Don't know
that?
how this will turn out. I just
End up with some arrows in your back.
no, actually, I would like to use my hoopak to make that screaming sound and scare everybody.
Okay. So give me a stealth check to see if you're doing well, sort of obscuring yourself from view.
Okay.
And you guys have set up camp. Those of you who are, rememorizing spells,
Oh
you're
my
sort of
gosh.
in the middle doing that. Wow. And you just hear this sort of curse break through in the darkness as Asher, you accidentally stumble across, like stubbing your toe across some of these rocks. Whoever put these rocks in the middle of the wilderness is beyond your recollection, your understanding. But yeah, you're sort of like yelping a little bit as you stub your toe, and then you start spinning your hoopak. So you guys hear a bit of a oh, ah, and then just this echoing through the canyon. So you're well plotted camp off the path has now been discovered by something. What do you guys do? Anyone?
I rage.
Rage on the Kinder.
No, I don't. But I do look in that direction and try to see what is making that racket.
So it is nighttime. Right now we have a waxing solanary, and so it's not really clear what it is. You didn't really see anything. So it is something that if you're curious, you might want to investigate or have someone that does have night vision investigate a little bit.
We don't recognize that sound at all?
Well, I mean, I guess it's kind of up to you guys. Asher, is this something that you have done a lot around the companions? Are they familiar with this sound?
For the sake of argument, let's say I have.
Okay. So yeah, you've probably heard it before, and the thing is like you left Asher in the end of the last home. He just disappeared, and you guys had no idea where he went. And so now all of a sudden you're hearing that sort of whooping sound of the hoopak, and it instantly just connects in your mind like, oh, remember Asher? Whatever happened to that guy?
Jasper
I instinctively check all my pouches. And
just because he's not like technically part of the group.
Yeah.
At least not the original core group, but
Right.
still.
So is Jasper investigating at all, or what are you doing?
Yeah, no, he's gonna like grab his shield and his axe and like move towards this haunting sound.
Okay. So everyone sees Jasper sort of collect his gear and start walking into the darkness in the direction of that, which means basically climbing around rocks, going through scrub oak, because you guys are off the path in the mountains. Kaelen found you a nice little off the beaten path campsite. So, he's sort of going off. Are you guys going to say anything to him, or?
Hey, wait for
Yeah,
me.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, hey, short stack. Sounds like you might be going after a herd of Kender. I'm pretty familiar with that noise. I don't know who it is, but I'm pretty sure we're not too worried about anything, losing our lives or anything. Mainly just losing our coins in our purses.
Thank you.
Call me short stack again, long legs. You'll be looking me eye to eye.
Yeah.
Knock me down a couple notches.
So you can see that they're conversing, Asher, and they're, dwarf starts to climb toward you, and they're sort of muttering amongst themselves from the distance that you are. Do you do anything at this point?
Yes, I was like, hey guys, y'all remember me? Where'd y'all go? I tried to stay with y'all, but I don't know what happened. I just had to run. Here I am again.
Wow.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, aren't we lucky?
Jeez. All right. So you're clearly welcomed with open arms. Everyone missed you dearly. Jeez.
Just keep your hands off my stuff, but welcome back.
Oh, I
I
would
like
never.
to think of it as like spear's distance affection,
Right.
not arm's distance. That's still too close.
Well, even though you have a very small contained fire, it's bouncing, reflecting radiant heat off of the rocks that it's set up next to. Everyone's warm. There's not a cloud in the sky. You can see the vast scope of stars above you, and it's just a refreshingly quiet and beautiful night. I mean, you know that there's something on the horizon that you're marching towards, some form of fate or destiny. But in this moment, now everyone is reunited, and you sort of feel kind of good. I mean, you guys had caught some hares, and so you're sort of cooking up a little bit of food on this small fire. Caster classes are rememorizing their spells, sort of, hyper focusing on that. Everyone else is either just meditating on everything that's happened thus far, or getting ready to sleep and, cleaning their weapons and armor, etc. Is there anything anyone wants to do specifically? Okay. Well, we can quickly go through the night. If you want to look at the map here, we've got yet another day where the moons move in their procession. None of the statistics are going to change as of yet, but officially this is the second night that you guys have been traveling. And before we ended last game, we read the Canticle of the Dragon. And so, you sort of have this feeling of purpose, whether or not you take that purpose seriously. You had an old man mention it. You had a unicorn, the Forest Master in Darkenwood, mention it. You certainly seem like, you are chosen by some divine force. And Jasper, you directly feel like you were chosen by a divine force.
Jasper, he's gonna try to pray with the like holding the hammer. He's gonna try to pray.
Are you quiet or out loud?
Quietly.
Okay.
He doesn't expect other people to pray to, understand prayers to reorcs.
Right. Okay. Well, the night goes uninterrupted. Are you guys gonna head out before the sun is fully up, or what do you want to do?
I'd like to get going definitely before the sun is up and try and make some progress as much as we can.
Yeah.
Cleaning up camp and as much as we can to make sure that no one knows that we were here.
Okay. Well, as you guys finish cleaning up camp and you're doing everything, you're stowing all of your equipment in your backpacks and sort of getting ready for the day, you start to see clouds forming on the distant horizon past the peaks of the Eastwall Mountains to the north. So it very much does look like there's something headed your way. Again, whether that's weather or whether that's fate, it's in the mail. Something is coming. And so you guys are sort of stirred to action in that early morning, seeing those clouds gathering. Each one of these hexes is a mile. You can move about 18 miles in a day. So whoever wants to be the party driver, go ahead and move yourself. Who wants to be the driver, by the way? I think before it was Kaelen, right?
Yeah, the ranger was, but
So who wants to take who is playing his character? All right, Tag, you're it.
All right.
Let's hope you can
All
drive
right,
a
so-
stick.
Right.
Nice.
Okay, there you are.
So you start moving, you go through the first hour, and you see, again, it's early, and so you're still got these deep shadows. To your east, that remaining east wall mountain ridge right there is blocking all sun, so it is just dark and cold, that sort of blue hue of pre-dawn light. As you're moving through, you're starting to hear those screeching of squirrels moving through the brush and alerting everyone to. You're hearing those sort of chirping of birds as they're sort of waking for the day. but it is quiet and uneventful. You pass through this sort of little valley area, which is just grasslands spreading for miles in all directions as far as you can tell as you move out of the hilly sort of mountainous region. And you know you're going to have to pass this ridge and this mountain somehow. It's going to be dangerous. First of all, no one's traveled this way. None of you have traveled this way, and this is not a commonly traveled area. Kaelen, can I get a survival check and see if you can notice anything?
Okay. So it'll be whatever I roll plus 5.
Okay.
7.
All right. Yeah, you don't notice anything. It's it's cold. It's early. You know, there's just this anticipation of what is to come that's consuming most of your minds at this moment. The closer you get to the mountain, the more steeped in darkness and shadow you actually get as the sun is rising on the other side of them. And you get to that sort of initial point, and you see the Sageway Road. It's always been sort of off and on and broken and troubled. It almost just straight up ends at this point. It looks like the mountains came up and burst it apart. And you just have this broken road ending and a mountain in front of you. It does look like there's some paths that you can travel through. Some of them are animal tracks and animal paths, and others look like they might be like established hiking trails or something, but sort of up to you which one you want to take. What do you think? Is Kaelen guiding you guys?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, the animal trails may be a good way to get through unnoticed if there's anything lurking in there.
Right.
How passable are the animal paths?
Well, it would be very similar to what you did in Prayer's Eye Peak. You know, just
okay.
You're going to have to do switchbacks up the mountain and sort of follow and stop and check and make sure you're on the right trail if it is in fact a trail again, and then sort of continue like that. Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'll do this like what we did before, and I'll move up the trail and go into those switchbacks.
All right. So you all see a pretty decent hiking trail that goes off, and Kaelen disappears in the scrub oak and the hilly rocks of the mountain itself in a different direction. And as you guys are sort of breaking through this area, what are your passive perceptions? Can you just shout them out real quick?
13.
14.
13.
11.
Okay. Does anyone have anything over 15?
Where do I see that at?
It should be on the character sheet.
Yeah.
Underneath your stats, your strength, dex, con, typically.
Yeah, right below the saves. It'll have your passives.
Oh, okay, passive 13.
Okay. And is
Then
Kaelen?
Kaelen has an 18.
All right. Well, Kaelen, as you are coming up around a bit of a rocky bend that forces you to sort of turn south and almost west again before it looks like the trail in this animal trail sort of makes its way back east again, you smell like wild animal. You got this sort of musk scent. And as you sort of ask everyone to stop for a second and be quiet, you can actually hear a sort of a very soft sort of grunt echo off of the rock walls.
I'm going to I'll do a perception check to see if I
Go
can
ahead.
figure what that grunt is.
Right.
So 10 plus 8, 18.
Nice. So as you're listening and everyone else is trying their best to be quiet, you guys have been marching now for most of the afternoon, and it's starting to get hot. The sun is still casting these deep shadows as you're going through these animal trails, but you are hot. The insects are starting to come out, mosquitoes and biting flies, and it's getting kind of frustrating, especially the more you stand in one place, the more the animal or the insects start to swarm around you. So you're sort of swatting them away, and just your natural movement in your armor, your scabbard is clanking against your thigh armor, your chainmail's rustling a little bit. And as quiet as you're trying to get them to stay, Kaelen, no one is absolutely silent, which is a little bit frustrating. But the longer you listen, you're hearing this, you know now this is definitely some sort of like wild boar or pig or something up ahead. And it's got to be close because you can hear it. And normally, you wouldn't hear it if it was far away.
Yeah. Let everybody know there's possible danger ahead.
Okay.
I could investigate. I'm the smallest one here, probably.
Yeah.
It could be dinner.
Yep.
I was just thinking that. Breakfast.
Stomach's
Second breakfast.
Grumbling for lunch. Okay, so if Asher is going to investigate, go ahead and give me. Are you going to try to be stealthy about it? You going to wander down the trail?
Yes,
What are you gonna do?
No, I want to be stealthy and an actual,
All right, give me a roll. Let's hope there's no rocks on the trail this time.
And so my dexterity would be my. I don't know how to.
Well, it should be
roll.
on. It's okay. It should be on your character sheet under your skills.
Or my skills. Oh shoot.
Yeah, in D&D Beyond.
Okay. And then
Are you looking in there?
My stealth, yes, +7.
Nice. All right, so you're looking
I
at
rolled
15.
Yeah.
So as you're quietly just sort of climbing over these rocks ahead of everyone else and doing your best to stay quiet, and for all intents and purposes you're taking a little bit of time. Everyone else, you're starting to get bit by these biting flies and mosquitoes that are sort of hanging around you. There's a wasp that's like tormenting a couple of you. As you're climbing over the rock, you look down and you can see two of the largest boars you have ever seen in your entire life. They are easily larger than you by 3 score. So, I mean, these are just massive creatures. It looks like they're digging in the ground, just sort of enjoying themselves, rooting for something, roots or something.
I pull out my salt and pepper and a fork. I'm like, let's go.
Who brought the sauce? So they don't seem to have noticed you.
Okay. Can I go back and tell the group?
Yeah. So you sort of backtrack the same way you got there, and as you get, everyone's just like ducking and dodging from the rather large insects that have started to even swarm greater now that sweat is starting to get out and your natural body odor is sort of permeating the area. You see them, and they don't see you by the time you show up on them.
Hey guys, you'll never guess what I saw. 2 massive boars.
Like how big?
Easily bigger than me by 3 times.
Oh boy.
And there's
How are we
2
doing?
of them.
How are we doing on provisions? Actually, are we in a position where we need food, or? do
No,
we
I'm
have-
stocked
Yeah.
up.
I mean, you guys had a
good
couple
for a
bites
week.
from going out of the end of the last home, but
Yeah, I didn't
this
really have a
point-
lot with me.
yeah, you've been sort of dealing with any sort of trail rations. You just caught some food the night before with the rabbits, but all of that was gone after breakfast. So
I don't know, gang, but it might be worth trying to sneak up on those guys and maybe get a spear into one of them and have some pickled meat for later.
What time of day is it?
it's getting close to noon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Roland is just super annoyed because like he's, city boy, and he's just like, bugs, this is awful. And he's sweating in his robes, his red robes there, and he's like, all right, if we're gonna do it, let's just go and do it quickly. We need to keep moving. This is awful. I'm miserable. If we're gonna do it, let's just do it.
Yes, I agree.
Not
Let's
only just
time
cut
it so
boars.
that-
Well, if you're in such a hurry, maybe you can kill it and cook it at the same time.
Possibly.
Fireball.
And there, and the smell of cooking meat might attract other predators.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Are we all? I don't suggest we split the party, but I'm assuming we're all gonna go.
Yeah, just
to
know that
sneak.
if you've got armor and
Jasper's not
stuff,
the least bit
you're
interested.
not really
He wants
going to
to
be
go
able to
north.
sneak.
He wants to keep going to Zaxaroth.
Because
Yeah.
I'm at disadvantage in my armor, I'm not
Yeah.
going to be very stealthy.
What if Kaelen goes in, flushes them out towards you, and we create a gauntlet?
I like that idea.
Yes, that's very smart.
Okay.
Right, Kaelen will then he'll go back. He'll follow to where the Kinder went, and he will attack with his bow, hoping to flush them out.
All right.
Well, I'll give him a bardic inspiration.
Nice. All right. So you give him a little bit of inspiration. Or what instrument are you using?
Using a
Bagpipes? Silent inspiration with a bagpipe?
flute. No, I got a flute.
Oh.
Bagpipe.
What's the name of that Snoopy instrument? The little rubber band thing? You should get one of those.
Some kind of harp. Something harp.
Yeah, it's a
Mouth
finger
harp.
harp.
Mouth harp.
All right, so
Finger
you
harp.
you play just a nice delicate tune and inspire him with some maybe some prose or a quick haiku or something, and you now feel like you've got a little bit of inspiration at your back. I'm going to go ahead and move you guys a little bit. Actually, frame yourself how you imagine this gauntlet being.
Yeah.
So realistically, you probably would have come from up in this direction, up off the map itself.
Yeah.
So go ahead and position yourselves. The giant boars have not noticed you as of yet, but you guys know that they're just over there sort of digging into the ground and living their best giant boar lives.
Right, which way are we trying to flush them?
I was thinking about flushing them through this pass by this little wooded area with the trees, right by Lyrael.
Good, I can hide inside the trees and then maybe do something when they get close.
So people in direct line of sight, like Keljack, Roland, and Ben, we're going to start initiative here in just a second. They're going to have a perception check on you, just so you know. Because you're literally standing right in their line of sight.
Oh, I was not aware of that. Let me reposition myself so
Okay.
I'm on the other, just like right behind that rock.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and have you guys roll initiative, and let's play this out and see how it works.
I'm gonna hide behind the barbarian. If this is allowed, before we roll initiative, can Roland cast False Life on himself to add some more hit points?
Yeah. Describe that.
So as he's getting behind Ben to, cower sort of behind the big barbarian, he just takes a swig of a little alcohol flask on his hip, and he takes a swig for courage, and then drops a drop of it on his finger, says a couple words in magic, and casts False Life upon himself.
Nice.
So I get 11. Is that an 11? Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
11 temporary
Nice.
hit points.
11 temporary hit points.
That's incredible. All right.
So a little shimmering red force field kind of for a second, if anyone was looking at me.
Nice.
So, Adam, how do you want me to roll for Kalen's initiative?
Just tell me what it is when you roll it.
13.
Thank you. Oh, that was the default. All right, so I've got Aelar at 21, Asher at 14, Ben at 4, Jasper at 13, Kaelen at 13, Keljack at 15, Lyrael Lyrael at 5, and Roland at 4. All right? All right, off we go. So, Aelar, you're first up here. Do you do anything?
I will. I am going to... Okay, I'll go ahead and cast False Life on myself as well to prepare for the battle.
Right.
And that will give me 8 more hit points.
Nice. All right. So first up is the giant boar. He's going to see if he can smell any of your sweat or your... Man, his passive perception is just horrid.
Or hunger.
Yeah, he does not notice you guys at all. He's just digging in, trying to find some mushrooms or something. Keljack, you're up.
Just gonna get my javelin ready. I'm just posted up, waiting for something to come my way, and I'm gonna hopefully sink my javelin deep into its side.
Okay, so what is the range on your javelin?
It's 30 and 120.
Okay, so do you want to wait until something's within 30 if they come through that little corridor here, or what's your trigger for your action?
Well, what I was hoping to do is once it started moving this way, I was just going to throw the javelin and then switch to my longsword, kind of like a jousting fest, kind of, went from my pole arm to my sword is what I'm hoping to do.
Okay, well, if you're going to ready an action, you'll definitely be able to throw it, and then on your next turn, you can draw your sword and use it.
Yeah.
Okay. And Asher.
You said it better than I did.
What do you plan on doing, Asher?
Okay, so we're trying to hurt him. So I think I want to move my 30 feet kind of behind that rock there. And I think I want to try the hoopak again to kind of scare him, to maybe flush him out.
So
go the other way.
I'm not sure what direction you were meaning when you said move 30 feet.
Oh, I'm sorry. North, so east, maybe southeast, kind of. Behind that rock.
Like in front of him? Like around here?
No, the other way. Go.
Oh, back this way.
Yeah, right in there.
Gotcha. All right, well, give me a stealth check as you sneak back behind there.
Okay.
Sort of stifling a giggle as you know you're going to scare these poor little animals.
I really want this hoopak thing to work.
I didn't stifle it too much.
7 + 4.
Wow. You're struggling with your stealth. As you start stealthing, Ben, Roland, Aelar, Keljack, you guys are behind this sort of large rock, but you can see that the pigs' heads sort of flipped up and turned back behind them. So they clearly heard Asher. Go ahead and move yourself, Asher, as he was sneaking. Okay. Their passive perception.
Okay, how do I?
Yeah, on the skills, when you're rolling stealth, you can actually just click the number, like the bonus on your stealth, and it should auto-roll it directly from there.
Okay.
So you don't have to do any math on the back end. But yeah, feel free to move your character to where you were going to stage yourself.
Which ones move?
Oh, it should. You just zoom in with your...
map?
Yeah. I got it. Okay.
Cool.
All right.
All right, so as you're moving, you don't notice that they notice you, but everyone else notices they definitely heard you as you're moving in. And the closer you get, you start the hoopak. So give me a performance check. Do you have that on your skills?
Yes. Not a good one.
Let's just see what happens. So as you're like spinning around, sort of stifling a giggle, you hear this woof, 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 woof. And let me just do so 13 and a 9. So one of them just sort of turns its head, and the other one looks like it sort of jumps halfway into the air, like a good 2.5 feet off the ground. It's not its turn to do anything at this point, but it's clearly shocked by that sound. Kaelen, what's
Nice.
Kaelen going to do?
Kaelen is going to attack with his bow. He's going to attack Giant Boar A.
So you are up on the ridge, sort of kneeling back, pull your bow back, loose it, flies down straight. You're looking for...
My food's going to run away.
A.
It's going to run the opposite way.
You're looking for a 13 armor class.
So 8 plus 8 is 16.
Nice. So the arrow flies through the air, slashes right into, like pierces right into the back of the boar. You hear this massive squeal as it reacts and sort of lunges. It's also the one that was scared by Asher's hoopak. It still can't do anything. What was the damage on that?
Coming up. It's going to be 5.
5 damage. Nice. Stick it into its back and it squeals out. The sound is now sort of deafening, this sort of pig squeal, echoing off of that rock wall you guys are right next to. Jasper, you're up.
Didn't Kaelen have a second attack?
Oh, you going to do another attack?
Yeah, I will. I'll shoot. I'll launch another bow shot at the other boar.
Okay.
And that's going to be 18 plus
My
8.
gosh. Yeah, give me some damage. It jumps in the air as well as it was sort of curious and investigating the direction of Asher.
It'll be 6 total damage.
6 damage. And it really just looks like this little dart just sticks into it. They're more reacting out of shock than it seems they're acting out of pain or anything. So, Jasper, you're up.
Honestly, Jasper's holding back because he thinks this is stupid.
You're holding way back. I mean, you're like
Yeah.
in the next hill.
We have trail rations.
He doesn't like pork.
Yeah.
This is
a
going to be
religious
loud
movement.
and stupid.
He's like, they're not
It's-
mushrooms.
You know, so it's in line for Keljack, but otherwise, like, we're trying to secretly get to Pax Tharkos or Zach Saroth. Let's do something loud and dumb.
Dumb, like feed ourselves.
Jasper's judgy.
We have trail rations.
Yeah, you
All right,
eat
so
your kibble. I'm gonna.
what
eat
are you going to do then? I mean, in your moment here.
He's honestly just hang back. If anyone gets hurt, he's going to heal them, but otherwise, like, just watch the idiots do idiot things.
Man, harsh. All right. Lyrael, what are you going to do?
Can I cast a blade ward on somebody besides myself?
Describe. Actually, here, I'll just look at this spell. It's called Blade Ward.
Yeah, it's a
So it is
cantrip.
only yourself, unfortunately.
Only myself. Well, please. I guess I'll go ahead and cast it on myself then.
Okay. Anything else on your turn?
Nope, that's it.
All right, Ben, you're up.
All right, I want to throw a javelin at giant boar number A.
All right. Well, at A, he's got partial cover from you, and it's 60 feet, so you're still good there. So you sort of lean back,
There's
lodge it off at him.
yeah. All right. Oh no, wrong one. Ah.
So you see the javelin hits the rock wall, careens off of it, heading further south, and rocks sort of tumble on the ground around the boars. You see A sort of turn back its way towards you guys. It has this sort of frantic look in its eye at this point. Anything else on your turn, Ben?
Negative.
All right, giant boar B, which already heard something in Asher's direction, just got shot in the back, and it's going to start charging around this bend, and as soon as it sees Asher, it is going to charge Asher and try to gore you with its tusks. So it moves in. Asher, what's your armor class? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It's definitely.
So you're going to take
15.
17 damage. 7 of it's from the piercing charge. 10 of it's just from the attack itself. But as it's like rushing towards you, just jabs into you, pushes you back against the rock wall, and sort of lifts you up a little bit. And you're just now noticing, like, I thought it was like 3 times my side. This looks like it could be like 5 times my side. It's like on me. Just all up in your grill. That's its turn. Roland, you're up.
Oh dear. Okay, so 30 feet. I could only get kind of. I don't know if I could see. I could get about here with 30 feet. Would I be able to see have a clear shot at the boar that's attacking Asher from there?
Yeah.
Okay. So I see my Kender companion.
Sort of pinned against the wall.
Yeah, if I can get a clear shot at the boar without hitting Asher, I think I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb. It has a range of 90 feet, so we should be more than good there. And he's going to cast it just at first level, and it would be, I think, fire damage. He's going to see if he can do some roast piggy.
All right, so it's a ranged attack here.
Yeah, spell attack. So here we go with the roll. Oh, it was on the 17. So 14 to hit.
A 14 to hit does hit.
Oh, thank goodness.
Can you describe what it looks like as you summon it and throw it?
Yeah, so he's got this really cool staff, the Staff of Thunder and Lightning, which he uses most of the time as his spellcast focus. So he somewhat, maybe stupidly, comes out from behind the Barbarian, runs up to the edge of the tree line there, chanting a magical incantation. A spark comes off the top of his wand into his hand. Turns into a fire orb, and then he shoots his hand forward, and it flies at the piggy.
Nice. As you throw it down, it flies over Asher and just explodes against this boar. Flames burst off of its back, singeing hair. It screams out, just making this huge sort of squealing sound. And Jasper, you're getting a front seat view of this as a giant boar just gets fried for.
So it's 5 damage. 5 fire damage.
Okay.
But here's the thing. If you roll the same number on 2 or more of the D8s, and I just rolled 2 1s, the orb leaps to a different target of my choice within 30 feet of that target. So the orb, those pigs are close enough together, I think. So the orb can actually hit boar B and then ricochet and hit boar A as well. So I have to make a separate spell attack.
We need to be careful about this because you actually cannot see the other boar. So you wouldn't be able to direct it to attack it.
Touché. Yeah.
So in that particular case, unfortunately, it's not going to work. But you did damage it, and that's not nothing. So that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else on your turn?
No, I think that's it. I think that's it.
Well, Aelar, that means you're up.
All righty. Aelar, so you can move your full turn, have an action and a bonus action, right?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. How much damage did Asher take from the boar?
I got 6 hit points left.
All right.
Yeah, he took a lot, but to be fair, you didn't see it and you don't know about it.
Okay. Well, I can't imagine. I've probably heard.
You've definitely heard all sorts of stuff.
All right. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to attempt this. All right. I'm going to move 30, which should put me about right there. I'm going to use my bonus action. I'm going to cast Misty Step. which would put me.
So for clarity, that's another 30, right?
Yeah, yes. So let me see. So that will then drop me off here.
Ooh, wrong guy.
That's me.
Oh, sorry. Let me put you back. Let me do that again.
So your 30 would put you right around this spot here, if you're going in a
Yeah,
straight
that's fine.
line. So you run over next to Roland and then just whisper a command. You disappear, sort of reappear, sort of ozone, sort of in this sort of cosmic mist emanates from the spot where you were and then swirls around you as you reappear here. What else?
Okay. I'm within, from my measurement, I'm 10 feet away from Asher.
Okay.
And I give him 10 bonus hit points.
Okay, so how does that work? How do you give him the 10 bonus hit points?
It's part of my gift with the steps of the Fae. You can cast Misty Step, and but you can refreshing step immediately after you teleport. You or one creature you can see within 10 feet gains 1d10 temp hit points.
Nice. So
You
go
can
ahead and roll that.
and
Roll D10. Okay. 6.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
Nice.
All right, now if I can see the boar, I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast at it. Both of them.
You can see him. It looks
The
like he has
first attack-
partial cover, but it shouldn't be much. So 15 will hit.
Okay.
4B.
Damage. 5. And then
So-
second attack.
Go ahead and describe what the Eldritch Blast looks like as you're popping
Okay.
through the space and running around. You're sort of throwing this mystical ward that sort of shimmers over Aelin's body. Oh my gosh, what just happened? My whole screen just shit the
No!
bed. Around Asher's body, sorry. And then you throw out your Eldritch Blast. What does Eldritch Blast look like?
For me, it's like a green blast that has hints of like leaves as it flies through the air.
Oh, nice.
The leaves disappear as it ends, but it's definitely a foresty kind of woodsy kind of Fey-like blast.
Nice. So it sort of arcs around Asher and blasts against the giant boar for that first damage, which is what I think I already put it on there.
Did you? I think it was 5.
Yeah, I did. So what was this? Did you attack with the second blast?
That one I missed. I got an 8.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, cool. So it sort of screams and it looks over towards you. It is Boar A's turn finally, and it is terrified of the sound that Asher was creating, and it got stabbed by Kaelen, and so it is going to do its massive charge at speed of 40. So where's that put it? That puts it right in the middle there. And then, I mean, it won't be able to attack, but it would definitely charge forward still. Now, it can't get up to Kaelen, but it will see Ben, and so it's charging right towards Ben as you're sort of the first target it can see. All right, so that's its turn. Keljack, you're up.
Yeah, I want to throw my javelin into it and immediately draw my sword.
So
But I
the
may be too
javelin
close
readying
now.
was for last turn, and they didn't get close enough for that. So this turn, your attack would be the javelin. So go ahead and give me an attack roll for that.
Okay.
Nice.
You just hurl it, and it's like it runs right into your javelin. Give me some damage.
Yeah. Oh, 4.
Okay.
I'm just gonna.
It just
Get my
sticks out
sword
of him.
out.
He looks like a pincushion. He's got an arrow in his back, a javelin in his front, and you yank out your sword. Are you going to move or anything? Or are you going to wait?
Yeah, I just move right up next to Ben here.
Okay.
Oh, I got the ruler still out. My bad.
Is there anything else you can do on your turn?
I do have. I think so.
make your second attack.
I mean, does it? I guess it just depends on in this versus first edition. I mean, is my switching weapons an action or just a?
No, I'm
would
not
be
going to
my-
make it an action.
Okay, then I can make an attack with my longsword then.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think you might hit. Barely. With a 25. 10 damage. Nice. So you stick it with your javelin, charge forward, pull out your sword, and slash right across its muzzle. For 10 damage, it squeals out. It is not quite bloodied yet.
Pork chops and applesauce.
Brady Bunch. Asher, you're up.
Ooh. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, I definitely need to
Get out of Dodge.
Yeah. But I think I can do. I think I could try and hit it and still get out of there.
Well, keep in mind, if you don't use your action for a disengage, it will get an opportunity attack on you. If you move away from it.
Don't rogues get disengaged as a bonus action?
Yeah.
Ooh, if
Yeah,
you
I
got
get
that as your
that as
skill.
Yep. I got. Okay. So that's what I'm gonna do.
All right. Roll to hit. What are you hitting him with?
Dagger.
Well, you bury the dagger up into its throat.
Let's see. And wasn't that so? Hold on, there's something on here.
You're not within 5 feet, so you wouldn't get sneak attack for that.
No, I know that. Have Piercer. When you score a critical hit that deals piercing damage to a creature, you can roll 1 additional damage die when determining the extra piercing damage the target takes.
Nice. And remember,
So,
natural 20s is double physical damage of the dice roll, not double bonuses. So you do get the double damage from the actual dagger damage itself.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
I got 12.
Wow. So
That's like
12 plus another 4 for the double damage, or did you already roll the crit?
I guess I don't know what that means. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
So I just hit the.
It
I
says
hit the
crit.
button, it said.
So I think what happened, it has 2 4s, and so I think that's your crit damage right there, plus your 4 for your proficiency bonuses and stuff.
Do I do another 1d4?
No, I don't think so, because it looks like it did, because normally it's 2d4 plus 4, right? So yeah, so we're going to add 4 to this, because it's going to double the initial 2d4, which was a 4 roll. So we're going to do 16 damage, and you just bury it into its neck. Blood starts pouring out of its neck. It is bloodied at this point. 16.
Okay.
Jeez, you are a brutal, brutal Kender.
And I'd like to use my bonus action.
Yeah,
Let's see, where's
that
my
was incredible.
skills?
You're like, gore me. I'm going to gore you.
Okay. Bonus action, reaction, other. I'm just trying to make sure that I have it.
As a
Actions in
rogue, you
combat.
should. I can look in your
I guess
sheet.
I just. Bonus action. Looks like I just have cunning action and steady aim. Uncanny dodge.
Yeah, cunning action disengages falls under
You can
that.
take
Oh,
a
okay.
dash, disengage, or hide as a bonus action.
Well, I would like to
So you
disengage.
disengage, you have your regular speed to move.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of get back over
The
here.
boar is sort of staggering around and blood is spurting out of the hole as soon as you yanked your dagger back out of its throat. It's just staggering and blood is just soaking the ground all around it. It's really, really brutal. Well done, Asher. Kaelen, you're up.
All right, Kaelen is going to take his advantage of being up high and fire down on this giant boar A with his bow.
Nice.
So he'll do
Pull
2
back.
attacks.
Firing down at it. Go ahead and
So first attack coming up. That's going to be 16.
16 hits.
Yep. And then it's 1d8. So that's going to be 6 damage.
Nice.
And then second attack.
So you pincush it again, sort of squeals out. It is now bloodied.
That's going to be 17 plus 8, so
Hits.
26. And then gonna be 4.
Minimum damage, but still, you've been just wearing it down. Anything else on your turn, Kaelen?
No.
All right, Jasper, you're up.
Uh,
I hope you like pork loin.
He's getting none.
Yeah. Remember that idiot remark?
Yeah, you're getting some crackling. That's about it.
that idiot remark, the one that's accurate.
Oh, come on.
And he will move down, muttering the whole damn time.
Okay.
Pull one of his mundane hammers and
These whippersnappers, how it's done.
hurl it straight at this boar. Nice.
It hits.
And let's see. Oh, decent damage for its.
That's really
being
good.
Just a hammer.
It smacks him, knocks him back against that little massive rock. He sort of hits the rock, blood splatters against the rock. It's just squealing, like completely losing it. Anything else on your turn?
Yeah. After the hammer leaves his hand, he pulls a battle axe and like, Asher, get over to me once this thing's down.
All right.
Got it.
Lyrael, you're up.
He desperately needs healing.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to walk over this way and turn around and stare right at it and point, and in a very commanding voice, say, halt.
Okay. So the giant boar A is being commanded to halt. What is the DC it's trying to beat, and what ability is it going from?
And I tried to click cast and it's not doing it.
Oh, it's their saving throw. But what's the spell DC, and what do they need to save against?
Oh, let's see. Wisdom 11.
Wisdom 11. It does not. You see, as soon as you stop and you turn around, you just command it to halt. It sort of stops, heavily breathing, and you see the arrows and the javelin just sort of rocking back and forth with its breath, as it's just heaving breath, just standing in front of you. Anything else in your turn?
I think that's all I can do.
All right, Ben, you're up.
Having this massive beast suddenly approach me, I have a sudden surge of adrenaline. and I not only rage, but I frenzy. with a great axe.
Keljack is just like, whoa, dude.
I'm just going to move over like 2 feet to the left a little bit. Like getting slobber all over me and spit.
He's frothing at the mouth.
Yeah, his face just morphs into something evil.
Thought I was hungry.
Yeah.
Give the man a Snickers.
At this point.
Are you going to attack?
It's a fight or flight at this point, and fight is not an option.
Oh,
You gotta be kidding me.
So you scream out, "Wah!" and you go to hit it, and it ends up going and hitting the rock next to it. What probably happened is, as it was like charging toward you, Lyrael moved over and said, "Halt!" and it stopped, and so you swung where it would be if it didn't stop, and unfortunately, it never continued moving. Do you have more than one attack?
I do.
If you want to take it, you can.
Yeah, absolutely.
You lean in, swing like Paul Bunyan, hacking into this thing. Give me some damage.
Nice.
Well, also
Wow.
frenzy-
So how does this
frenzy
thing
damage.
die?
Oh, it squeals like a piglet.
All right. So it drops down to the ground. And its legs are kicking a little bit, and then they just stop. Nicely done. Anything else, Ben?
I can tell.
Pork chops coming right up.
All right.
Nice.
The next giant boar is going to charge towards Aelar, who hit it with 2 blasts. Because it is bloodied, it does have advantage.
Oh, wow.
19 to hit. What's your armor class?
Thank you, baby. I think it's too high. I think it's
Sorry,
too high.
14.
It's okay. It did not move 20 feet, so you don't take the extra damage, so you just take 10 damage as it charges in and gores you with one of its tusks. That's its turn. Roland, you're up.
All right, I'm going to back up a little bit as he sees this ginormous boar charging at Aelar, and then I'm just like, "Oh, I'm sorry, my friend. I'm sure you've got it.
You're doing
but
great!"
I'll offer some help from back here." So he backs up, I don't know, like 10, 15 feet or so.
Right.
And I will... Let's do a Ray of Frost, just a cantrip. So same thing, just kind of points his staff at the beast, mutters a quick incantation, and this time it's a blue-white shot of frost coming out of the staff.
Mhm.
So here's to hit. Ooh. Well, that's not bad.
That
15
hits.
to hit.
That hits.
Okay, fantastic. And then this would be cold damage. Let's see. Oh, 2d8. Nice. Okay, cold damage. Okay, so 7 cold damage.
So as you strike it with the cold damage, you can see the sort of frost sort of trickles around the side of its head and body, stopping the blood from flowing down, and it sort of drops down right in front of Aelar and just crumples to the ground, shaking just a little bit as that final little death motion. And it is dead. We are out of combat. Well done.
Awesome. As it dies, he kind of looks at his staff like, "Oh, I wasn't expecting it to be that effective." But then he kind of brushes his shoulder like, "Well, yes, of course that happened." Yeah.
I do that all the time.
Jasper
Totally normal.
sheathes the battle axe and fishes out the forge hammer. Like, Azure, come here.
Yep.
Nice.
On my way.
Love that hammer. We gotta we gotta take care of that hammer.
Now he's got to hit
like-
you with it to heal you with it.
It just gives him a light tap in the chest. It's like, you gotta be more careful.
All right, so you have these 2 massive giant boar corpses laying down. The sun is directly over you. You know it's only a matter of time before, one, insects start swarming, but then also other animals are going to smell this. So what's your plan here?
I will
13 hit points for
Got a-
Asher.
Ooh, nice.
I'll pull out a razor,
Thank you.
start Bowie knife, and
I'm-
start quartering this one.
Yeah, Kaelen will do the same thing. He'll start collecting cuts of meat for the road.
Okay.
You-
So I'm not going to remind you guys again, but if you want to pick up any weapons that you threw, you can do that now. I won't remind you again. So if you don't say you do it, then you didn't do it. You can collect half of the arrows that, pulling them out. The other ones ended up breaking or hitting a bone and shattering the head or something like that. But you can get half
Okay.
of them.
And Kaelen will recover.
The next moment there was silence, Jasper was going to be grabbing his thrown hammer.
Go over and pick it up. You did well.
I was like,
I'm gonna pull my javelin out and name it Pig Sticker.
Nice. All right, so it's going
Now
to
a
take
valiant name.
a good 30 minutes to start getting some, pieces off of this thing. Are you going to gut it fully first, or are you just going to start hacking at its hide? Because dressing an animal is going to take some time.
Yeah, no, I think we can't carry all of it anyway. These things weigh probably
Yeah.
400 or 500 pounds. So grab enough we can,
Grab a couple legs.
Yep. You can use them as clubs.
Yeah.
Would you break me off one
Oh
of the
yeah, I
tusks?
can.
Would you break me off one of the tusks?
Heck yeah.
Nice.
I'm thinking I can have somebody turn it into some dice.
Ooh.
Nice.
I think that's a great idea. I'll take. I mean, all four if we can.
Yeah.
We'll just
Okay.
And
So, how are you preserving this meat in the heat of the day that you're carrying around? How are you packing it? What's the?
Guess the question is, does anybody have salt? I don't know if we have enough salt to.
Do you have anything to wrap it in?
I brought some sacks. I have
let's
a
see.
fair.
All right.
I've got several sacks with me.
That'll work.
Backpack.
Should we cook it real quick?
Cast fireball on it. I'm serious.
Well, cantrips, I do have Firebolt and Ray of Frost. So if I want to keep it cold, I could just keep zapping it every once in a while.
You know,
At will.
if we did the Ray of Frost, we wouldn't have the smell of the cooking meat to attract, unwanted attention.
True.
Totally up to you guys.
Yeah,
I kinda
if you
like the
don't,
Ray
if
of
you
Frost.
don't, yeah, if you don't want to like spend time cooking and we don't need to cook it and eat it right now, we can just get as much as we can in like a short period of time, and then we can use magic to kind of keep it cold until nightfall or whenever we decide we want to eat it.
All right, that'll work.
Certainly. I mean, I'm at the moment not really hungry anyway. I haven't worked up an appetite, but we can. I mean, we can around the campfire
Exactly. No,
when we're ready to take a night's rest.
no, I think that's the way to go.
All right. Well, the rest of your journey through this last ridgeline is pretty uneventful. You continue following those animal tracks, now a little bit more weighed down in the heat of the day, and you come out of the rough, hilly terrain into a bit of forest areas. Now it's completely shaded. You got canopies of breaking light above you. But as the sun continues to proceed to the west, you now have the East Wall Mountains casting shade and dropping the temperature by a good 5-10 degrees as you're sort of underneath in the shade of the mountain range and underneath the canopy of these trees. So it actually feels pretty nice. But at this point, where are you going? I mean, do you guys know the way to Zaxaroth?
We
That's
do
what I was-
not. I guess
Does Asher, do you have any maps of the area in your plethora of rolled up scrolls in your packs?
How would I know that?
Well,
I
it's
guess. I mean,
totally
I
up to you
don't.
if you have some maps. You do notice that you've got that pig sticker javelin that's sort of was in your backpack pouch that Keljack was using. You sort of pull it out as he asks, and you don't really
Like, what
notice it.
Give me that back.
Oh, here you go. I would like to see if I have a map. I mean, I think in my little adventures, maybe I picked something up.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
we do have
maybe it
something
fell
called
out.
a Kender pocket grab if you want to try that. It may not
Okay.
wield a map, and we can sort of figure out another way of doing that. But go ahead and give me a D100 roll.
Okay. Baby.
So this is from the
You
old
always
DLA
find-
Adventures, Dragonlance Adventures. 83 is literally a useful map. 83 to 92 is a useful map.
Oh, yeah.
You just
Dude,
dig
that's
into your
awesome.
pockets, pull it out, and it is a bit of a pre-cataclysm map of Zaxaroth where the New Sea didn't exist, but you're looking at the East Wall Mountains, and you're like, oh, well, we just have to go a little north because Zaxaroth is just right up here.
I knew I liked you. Just don't take my stuff anymore.
Nice pocket grab, man.
That was amazing.
So we're going to move out this way.
Yeah, and as you're moving out of the canopy of trees, more into some grassier terrain, you see more of that Sageway Road, this time heading mainly south from your position, but a little bit to the northeast. It's just totally broken up and crumbled, remnants of pre-cataclysmic land, you know?
Okay.
So you continue moving north, and at this point, you can actually see and smell the salt water coming up from the new sea. There's these massive cliffs all along the edge here, and you just see, as far as your eyes can see, this huge inland ocean. You all know it's fed through the Straits of Algani and stuff north of Abanasinia, sort of framing it, but this may be the first time for some of you that you've ever seen the new sea. And again, just that salt water, the fresh air, the bright blue skies, the kingfishers diving down into the water from time to time. Off in the distance, you can see some boats out there, probably fishing or something, maybe something more nefarious. But it's a sight to behold. You've been landlocked, you've been stuck in a mountain, and now you're just seeing this massive ocean in front of you. It's pretty refreshing.
It's beautiful.
As you
Look
start
at
to
Ash.
move north, you notice there's a sort of a wagon that's been sort of torn apart. It's hard to tell how long it's been there, but it's broken down, sort of laying in shambles just at the ground in front of you. Give me a perception check, please. Anyone that would like to.
Okay. Ooh, nice.
Nice.
19 plus 8, so 27.
Oh my God.
That would be Kaelen's.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyone that got over 15, you actually notice that the grass is completely trampled, and it looks like it's moving in a north-south direction, like some other massive group clearly traveled through this direction, and relatively recently as well. And it's about this time you can sort of hear a call of sorts. Oi! Sort of off in the distance, closer to the mountain range in the field where you are, so you're looking, 100 yards or so away from you at this point, but just sort of calling out. And as you sort of look over, you can see one head sort of poking up over a bit of a hilly rise. It looks human.
Is he talking? Is he talking to us?
If no one responds in any amount of time, you see him sort of shout out, "Get away from my wagon!"
I say we listen to the guy.
Rose shakes his head and just keeps going north.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Agreed.
well, sorry.
As
Give him a wave. Yeah. Oh.
Good luck.
You sort of wave and walk past the wagon, and as you're moving around it, you see a bunch of other heads pop up, and you hear another person, wait a second! As you're walking past our wagon, perhaps you could just drop off your equipment and your money. Save us a little bit of time so we don't have to take it off you ourselves, eh? And you can see people start moving off the hill and coming up and around, and there's 5 of them, and then there's 10 of them, and then there's 12 of them, and then there's like about 16 different men sort of standing, slowly walking toward you. Go ahead and put all your belongings right there in that wagon, and you'll save us a lot of trouble.
I'm going to pull out my sword and say you're going to need a lot more than that.
It looks like we've got you outnumbered, mate. Choose life.
Outnumbered for who? Not for you?
Indeed, for me and my friends.
Should have picked better friends.
All right. Well, hold on. Maybe we can talk them down. We don't necessarily always have to resort to violence.
I'm going to count to 10. That's all you get. 1.
I mean,
what comes next?
I skip a few.
Roland was talking about using fireball.
1.
Well, there is that.
These enemies are bunched.
I'm just going to go ahead and kind of like stay prone or not prone, but like poised and ready, and let the wizard fiddle with his words.
So it's a wagon with no horses.
Yeah, it's just a broken down wagon.
Who's got charisma?
All right.
Well, I do. Aelar does.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, let's maybe you and me kind of, and the bard, I'm assuming, has
Oh yeah,
Let me-
maybe some charisma.
I want to try to.
Yeah, I got a +6 on persuasion.
We get some
Yeah, let's,
inspiration.
Come on up.
Yeah, I'll do an intimidation check and call them out and tell them that. That's not 6. I mean.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. Let's see if that works.
So what are you saying?
Like, hold on just a minute. There's no reason to take any of our stuff. We're just passing through.
Passing through. This is one of the most dangerous corridors in all of Venicinia. You're passing through. Well, you see, we are also passing through when these monsters came and attacked us, nearly killed all of our animals, killed some of our wives, killed many of our children, and now we're out here all alone, bare to the world, barely trying to survive. And then comes you. You're coming with all these provisions. Look, you've got hooves sticking out of your backpacks. I'm sure you could spare some of that. A little bit of coin for some weary travelers. We don't like to resort to thievery, but if we have to.
I'm going to cast command on him and 2 of the others.
Go ahead.
So this will be at 3rd level.
All right. As you start whispering out command, let's go ahead and just roll for them. It's an 11, right? Even +2.
Yeah.
So the first one makes it. The second one doesn't. What's the command you're saying? The third one does.
I'm going to tell him to flee.
Okay. Well, you see one guy sort of look at the others like, I don't know, man. And he sort of runs back over the hill like, Aaron, honestly, we've got them outnumbered, clearly. If they can count, they can definitely understand that. Look, your wily magical ways may work on weak old Aaron's brain, but we're going to give you the count of 5 to start putting your gear on that wagon, or there'll be all hell to pay. We've got hungry children and women over here.
Look,
Any of you use magic again, and the counting is done.
Keljack pulls out a pork leg and says, "I'll give you this for the kids, but that's it." Throws him with the leg out of his pack.
Yeah, we can talk about sharing. There's no need to resort to violence here. You're obviously the victims of some monstrous act, and we are trying to help the world probably from these same monsters.
Oh.
Agreed. And we have plenty of pork to spare. I mean, if you're hungry, I'm okay with parting with some pork.
Out of your share.
Well, that...
My share.
That does make it a lot easier. Well, thanks. We didn't think you would be willing to share, quite honestly. After being brutalized by these monsters, we assumed everyone was cruel and we had to resort to this. Thanks. I don't really know what to say.
You're very welcome.
He sort of wipes his hands on his pants and he just sort of walks up with his hand out.
Roland kind of turns around and looks at the guys with their swords and see, doesn't always. And then he walks up to shake the guy's hand. Roland Rainford, at your service.
Well, thank you very much, Roland. The name's Graham. This is wonderful. It's okay, you can bring them out. And you start seeing women and children coming up over the rise. Many of them are brutalized with cuts and bruises all over their bodies. You see some people that have like massive scars from burning. Their clothes are clearly like they've suffered some sort of catastrophe of sorts. And they're just slowly walking forward. And he sort of like slowly walks toward the wagon where you put the meat down. He's like, "We're good, right?" He slowly picks up the meat. He's like, We've got dinner, everyone. Thank you. You should know, not 2 days ago, there was a large group of humans in these, I don't know what you call them, lizard men of sorts, that traveled through. They were the ones that attacked us. We were fleeing the fires from the north. There's armies marching. It's ugly. I wouldn't be going north if I were you.
Both, you say. How many of them were there?
I mean, there was dozens of them that passed 2 days ago, but the armies, hundreds.
Armies. Lizard things, you say.
Yes, I know what it sounds like, but they really were like tall walking lizards. I've never seen anything like it. I mean, ask anyone else, and they're just like, yeah, it was crazy.
Oh, you're not crazy. We've heard from others who suggested there were demons from the north.
I think that description matches for what we saw of them. They had a bunch of slaves, plainsmen slaves.
Slaves.
Yes.
Plainsmen slaves. Well, they was heading north, you say. Well, thank you.
No, thank you. I am sorry about all of that. We don't really know what else to do. We're farmers. We're not used to being in the wilderness. We're not expecting these monsters to be traveling the land.
I understand. You had kids you were worried about.
Yeah. I do appreciate your understanding and the fact that you would share with us. That means a lot. Restores a little
Probably
faith
not if you
in
didn't have
humanity.
kids.
Sort of looks
Well,
at
we
you
must
now
be
that he has
going.
scale. He's like, oh yeah.
Adam,
For the children.
Yeah.
Question.
Yeah.
Does the Forge Hammer get like charges back on a long rest?
So
does what
yeah,
I have just what I have?
every day at sunrise you get I think it was 2 charges back. It's a dwindling resource.
It's not listed in the description, is why I asked.
Yeah, it should be there, but I'm just know every dawn it's 2 more charges you get.
Okay.
So I mean, the refugees start actually like making a camp. They're doing their best in this sort of windy area right here near the cliffs. And they're doing their best to start fires so they can start cooking. This is probably the first meal they've had since they were attacked a few days ago. So they're pretty ravenous about, cutting it up and cooking it in small strips and passing it out to all the children and women first. And so depending on how long you want to stand around, they're going to be doing this for a while.
I'm going to walk over to Jasper and say, so was it a stupid
Since
idea?
he does get charges back,
Mhm.
Jasper will want to heal like the most injured one.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you want to, it's 2 charges every single dawn, and you just had a dawn. At this point,
Yeah.
you've been traveling. It's probably closer to 3 o'clock.
What?
Grandma wanted me to give you pizza.
Your thing opens the door.
Oh.
Have Grandma bring me some pizza.
Your wristband opens the door. Thank you.
Okay, so are you guys going to hang out at all, or are you going to take off after Jasper heals someone?
I think we need to ride on.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Jasper,
Yes,
you
yeah.
actually see this woman who her leg is actually missing and she's got burn marks all up her side. And there's this man who it looks like he could probably be like a forge master, like a smithy or something. Just a very strong but weary and exhausted man who's sort of helping her and taking care of her. And what do you say to him?
Sir, I can't help with the missing leg, I don't think. But I can lessen the pain and help with the burns.
What do you mean,
If you'll
dwarf?
let me. lifts up the forge hammer, which looks like just a regular forge hammer right now.
He
I'm
sort
sure.
of puts his body between you and the woman.
It's like, no. It ask them. I've used it, and he points at
Sort of looks over in the
the
direction you're
Solace
pointing.
residence.
Right.
It's like, I've used this on them, and it's healed their wounds straight away.
Healed wounds.
Oh, trust me, it works. Try it.
I swear on my beard.
He's like, what do you think, Cynthia? She's like, anything's worth a try, I suppose. He's like, okay, Master Dwarf, we'll trust you.
Okay. And he just like kneels down like in front of the woman. He's like, I promise it's gonna be all right. And like ever so lightly, like taps the hammer on her knee, or above the knee if she's an above knee amputee now.
Right. You see the light sort of fill the hammer space and start glowing down, and it actually creates this glowing mystical leg, and she screams out at the top of her lungs and clasps her hands to her mouth, and her husband sort of stands up and steps back a few steps as this mystical leg starts actually taking shape. You healed how much? 12?
For 12.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It completely...
Which is crazy. That's like that's like 3 commoners. That's crazy.
It's insane. So it completely heals the leg, and everyone is just awestruck. She just looks up to you, and she like leans over and just sort of grabs you as quickly and as hard as she can. She just starts openly sobbing in your chest, and well, probably in your beard as well. Just, thank you so much. Oh, may the gods bless you. Oh my God. And he's just like, it's not possible. And he slowly goes to touch her leg, and it's physical and it's there and tangible. And he sort of kneels down next to her, and he puts a hand on her shoulder, and he brings an arm over to you, and he starts crying into your shoulder. And everyone is just, it's a miracle. How did you do that?
And he's just like awkwardly patting them both on the shoulders, like, they're there. They're there.
Not a hugging guy. They're completely amazed. Everyone is in shock.
And they are still strangers.
Nah. You don't smell too good either. Yeah, the salt air isn't covering the BO. So they're completely stunned, and they're starting to look at you. Are you a god? How did you... We've never seen anything like this.
It's a family heirloom from an old
family
friend.
Heirloom. This is like ancient stories. This is amazing. You could save so many lives. What are you doing in the middle of Anacinia?
Gotta go to Zaxaroth.
Where?
I've been told by visions and a strange old man in a tavern, and I don't know who else, that I need to take the hammer to Zaxaroth.
Well, thank you for stopping and helping me. I owe you. I owe you my leg and maybe my life. He's like, if there's anything we could do for any of you, we could return some of the food that you gave us as payment.
No. The food's for the kids, but tell the guys that stepped out to work on their communication skills.
You can now notice as you're like talking to these two people that you're like completely surrounded, and anyone else who's in the little area is also surrounded by these people. And the gentleman walks forward. He's like, by the old gods, I will. This is the most amazing thing we've ever seen in our lives. You restored our faith in humanity, is what you've done. And a bunch of people, some of the children, a mouthful, like, like just sort of, doing their best to enjoy the time. But like this is a miracle, and they are all completely awestruck by it. So very well done.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the dwarf is like, humanity. Why in humanity?
Nah. Dwarf manity.
Speak up at this point and say it's important that you tell nobody of what you just witnessed. There are some who would seek this hammer, the seekers
Yes.
particularly, and these demon lizard things. This hammer must not fall into the wrong hands. So please tell nobody of what happened here tonight.
Then why are you traveling north? That's where they went. If you want to keep it out of their hands, let's go south.
Maybe we
Well,
should do that.
Somebody's told us apparently that we need to take it to Zaxaroth, I guess, and I don't know why, but that's what we've all been told.
Well, may the old gods have your backs. You truly deserve the safety of their absent eyes at this point. And if you believe in the Seeker religion, may the Seeker gods watch over you as well. We are all truly in your debt.
Yeah, whatever.
Roland gains a little bit of at the mention of the secret. Sorry.
Nice.
May the fires of the dwarf father's forge keep you warm.
Thank you, Master Dwarf. Yes, thank you, Master Dwarf. All right. Very well done. So you completely changed their approach. You probably saved them from becoming brigands, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
So you did really well. All right. You can continue traveling if you'd like, or you stayed there for probably, 20, 30 minutes or so.
So it's like just before, like 4 or 5 or so. Is that?
Yeah,
where
we're looking closer to 4. But the sun is slowly moving. You're so close to the mountains that the shadow is already, reaching close to where you are, a good mile away from the mountains at this point. As you start heading north, you're getting that fresh smell of the salt of the new sea, but you're also getting this sort of sulfurous, sort of brimstone-y smell, and you can tell you're getting close to swamps of some sort.
Mm.
Well, we're either going to need to camp early or we're going to need to just trudge through this until we find someplace dry to stay.
Right. Well, as you get up to the edge here, let me describe what this area is like for you. A forest of iron-claw trees stretches eastward to the new sea. Beneath an umbrella of branches, the streams of the forsaken mountains crawl through a spongy swamp. Still waters encircle islands of soggy ground. The landscape extends into the swamp and its darkness. So even though you should have a few hours of light at minimum left, it's still preternaturally dark here, even being on the outskirts of this swamp now.
We should wait until morning just to set out. We don't get caught in a swamp in the dark.
It'll be really bright in the swamp in the morning too, since we're on the other side of the mountains.
Yes, that's true.
Yes, I agree. We should camp.
Okay. Are you going to try to find somewhere in particular or just kind of wherever?
Well,
Cover of trees and dryness would be ideal.
so we can move closer to the mountain range and see if we can find a cave.
Certainly.
All right. Give me a survival check from Kaelen.
Okay, coming up. +5, so it's 8, just like before.
You're having a really hard time finding any decent cave or anything like that, but you do find enough of an overhang and you feel like you're far enough away from any main traffic areas that you feel comfortable you could find something for the night.
Okay.
Okay. So as you guys start making camp for the night, it gets cold. You start hearing howling, sort of breaking through the mountains. You start hearing animals sort of screaming like they're fighting amongst each other. And then just the sounds that are emanating out of the swamp. You're just on the verge of where it really turns into this swampy area. And you're hearing sounds that, none of you have like lived in a swamp before. I mean, it's very sort of creepy. You're hearing these sort of like croaking sounds that sort of echo off the mountain walls. You're hearing birds and sort of it's almost as if you're hearing like snakes slithering around and tasting the air as they're moving. Like you're just hyper aware of every single noise that's being made, and it seems like it's enough to keep you up. It's so loud and so active. It feels really, really alive. Not necessarily something you would just consider, would be in a swamp, that much like active life. But the night itself goes pretty uneventful. As morning starts to come, I'm going to go ahead and move the moon again. So this is our third night.
So was that a long rest?
Yep. And you can see that Solanary is getting really close to being in full moon. I mean, it's getting really, really bright. And what you sort of spied that there was clouds in the northern horizon as you were passing through the Forbidden Mountains, the Eastwall Mountains. At this point, the clouds have sort of covered, by the time morning comes, everything. So what should be a bright and sunny autumn day that's like reflecting light off of the new sea and just brightening everything, it almost seems like there's this blanket that's cast over all of the land, and it's just gray, and the temperature even feels like it drops significantly. And you're starting to smell fire on the wind as the wind is starting to pick up. It's not just coming off of the sea, it's now actually coming south. So you're getting this sort of brimstone and fire smell that's sort of breaking through on the wind. It's very unnerving. Make sure you guys go through your long rest on your character sheets, and let's do this. So again, it's not bright. It should be, but it's not. Everything's sort of gray, and it even seems darker than it should be just for early morning. And the closer you sort of move into this swamp, the darker it gets. Almost like there's some sort of magical curse or something on this land, keeping it sort of dim and eerie. So where do you go?
Is there a road going through, or?
There's no real paths or anything. You see that there's soggy ground everywhere as you get closer to the actual swamp itself. And you notice that in some cases, the water looks like it's only a couple inches thick, but as you step into it, you go up to your calf in some cases, or depending on, how tall you are, maybe even up to your thigh in the boggy water. And just the further north you get, probably the worse it's going to get, with that as a reality.
Or do you guys want to hug the edge of the mountains for some hopeful dryness?
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
Yeah.
As long as we can,
Are the Kinder's map reflective of maybe what we're seeing here by chance?
Well, the Kender's map does show that there's swampland all the way through and past Zaxaroth. So you're going to have to travel through here. And Zaxaroth is listed on his map as being at the edge of the actual land itself, like the edge of the coast to the east. So you're going to have to travel close to the coast to get close to it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Wouldn't it be
Then let's
better?
just straight line it.
You want to do the coast?
So as you're moving through, you're having to pass through these little patches of raised land and boggy water. And you're moving through, you're hearing life and activity around you, but you really can't see anything. You got these twisted, terrifying looking ironclad trees that are sort of scattered everywhere as you're crawling underneath them.
Let's just keep going.
All right.
Yeah.
So as you start walking through, give me 1 second.
Gators.
And you've got gators jumping
Skaters.
up. Actually, what you see is, sorry guys, it's 1 to 12 plus 12, so 19. Everyone give me a, man, this is brutal. So as you guys are walking over, you actually see a even deeper shadow, and you can't quite see anything yet, and this wave of fear hits you like a brick wall as this massive shadow just completely covers the top of you. Oh geez. It is close to like 60 feet in the air, so it's really, really high up, but what can only be described as dragon fear absolutely hits you.
Oh no.
So
Send the Kinder in.
Yeah.
send
I
the
am
Kender
immune.
in. So the Kender, you feel a little funny in your stomach. Not entirely
Yeah.
sure why. It's just this weird feeling that you've never really felt before. But let me start populating this random encounter map.
You can just put our bodies there right now if you want.
This is the end result
Little
is
X's
just
for my
death.
These are where your graves are.
So this massive form above you, again, like 60 feet above you, flies over, and you just feel this wave of fear sort of wash over you. You don't have to save or anything for that, but it's so far away. You've never felt this before, and you're looking up as this shadow drops down, or just sort of passes over you, and you instantly feel the terror. And this creature starts to sort of arc in almost like a circle, like it's coming back around toward you after it passed overhead. Again, it's early morning. The shadows being cast are sort of dulled by the actual cloud cover that you have above you. It is really dark out there, but we are going to have to do a little bit of initiative. So roll your initiatives.
Yay.
14.
19.
So 12 for Kaelen.
Thank you, Kaelen. All right. Is everyone good with their initiative? So I'm showing Aelar 17, Asher is 14, Ben is 19, Jasper's 3, Kaelen is 12, Keljack is 14, Lyrael is 10, and Roland is 4.
Mine's actually
That-
18. I just now realize I can hit that initiative,
Asher is 18.
but it's +4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you at 18. All right. So nothing has happened yet. You just saw this massive form and this wave of fear strike all of you. Now, the idea of dragons being a thing is not a thing. They're children's stories. No one has seen any dragon, if legends are true, for over 1,000 years. So you're not 100% sure what you're seeing up in the sky. At this point, it looks like it's moving close through the clouds or close to the clouds. So your brain would not instantly go to, hey, that's a dragon up there. But it is a dragon up there, just me telling you guys. It looks like it's turning and arcing to turn around toward back the way it came a little bit, but it hasn't really done anything yet. So, Ben, what do you do? It's about 60 feet in the air.
Try to hide. I want to make a stealth check to see if I can hide under something.
Go ahead. You like jump under one of the ironclad trees, sort of putting the trunks back against your back against the trunk, and just sort of like looking up, like a little bit concerned, like you've never felt this before. I mean, you know, when you were young and you know you were taken as a slave, you felt fear. But as an adult, after having been in arenas and stuff, this is not something you're used to. So, you know, at this point, you're just like choosing life, you know, instead of standing out in the open.
What the hell is that?
Asher, you're up. What do you do?
And I don't know that it's a dragon, but I just feel.
I mean, visibly, it looks like any description of a dragon that you've ever heard in any fairy tale. But
right.
it's like...
I'm gonna hide.
All right.
I'm gonna. Kind of go over here and.
Are we standing on like a landmass or like a
Yeah.
piece of dry land? Is that okay?
Yeah, and there's
Is that-
ironclad trees around you.
Would that be stealth?
Okay. What's your bonus for stealth? Because it looks like it was just a D20 roll.
Plus 7.
Okay. Just remember, you can always hit that stealth
Yes, I
bonus and
know.
it'll go.
Gosh
Okay.
darn it.
It's all right. So plus 7. So 11.
Yes.
You sort of go underneath another one of the ironclad trees as well. Aelar?
You know, I will do the same.
All right.
Let's see.
Nice.
22.
Keljack, what are you going to do?
I'm going to try the same, but I'm get to do it with disadvantage, so I get to roll twice. Oh,
Yeah, you can actually
that's
like right click and choose disadvantage too.
yeah, well, it doesn't matter. I rolled a 3 first.
Okay.
Can always roll a 1 or a 2.
Yeah.
I guess I could roll worse.
Could be worse. Could be raining. All right, Keljack, you do your best. That's all anyone can ask. Kaelen, what are you going to do?
He is going to try to hide as well. He's going to hide next to Aelar.
All right.
And I'll roll a... So that's 9 plus 6, so 15.
Nice.
Well, that's
Lyrael?
cool. You can roll advantage too.
What's Lyrael doing?
All right, we're gonna run forward this way, and then we're gonna misty step over here.
Nice. Good luck, suckers.
Peace out.
All right, no shade. The dragon circles around and lets out this roar that literally shakes the ground, just and the wind, just the blast of the air from the roar sort of shakes the ironclad trees that you guys are under, but it doesn't seem to attack. Roland, what do you do?
I mean, the first, besides pee myself,
That's why you wear robes.
Free action.
yeah, no. So I did at the start of the new day, I did my portent rolls. I rolled the 2d20s, and I got an 11, 18.
Nice.
Roland is not a very dexterous fellow, so seeing all his companions jumping into hiding spots here, I'm going to say that he foresaw some great danger at this point, and I'm going to take the 19 on my stealth check.
Nice. Good choice.
Under a tree.
Okay. And Jasper, last but not least.
Yeah, Jasper's gonna
Things
like
came off.
go towards these bushes, but also like slide and like half submerge himself, and like prone with like just his head sticking out of the water.
Right. Hope we
But he
don't
still
end up
has
with like a
disadvantage.
Stand By Me leech situation.
It's gonna happen.
Okay.
But it is still unfortunately a disadvantage. So he gets a 5.
All right. So it clearly doesn't seem to be attacking, and you guys didn't attack, so it's kind of up to you whether you want to go person by person. Is anyone going to attack this thing? Okay.
I'm going to suggest Roland does, but other than that, no.
You've
I
been
run
called
away.
out. I mean, you gonna let him talk to it? You gotta live up. All right, so if none of you are gonna overtly attack or anything, it makes its massive roar and it flies off into the distance. As the first time that you've ever come in contact with anything like this before, I mean, thinking that this is headed toward where you're heading toward, north, if it's heading to Zaxxaroth too, you guys have some stuff that you're going to have to face. It's not friendly. Just terrifying, absolutely terrifying. But yeah, you can continue moving through the swamps.
I'll Misty step back over with the group.
Okay.
Tell everyone don't mind the smell. I think I stepped in some horse doo-doo or something. Just, yeah, that's it.
Jasper pulls himself up out of the swamp mud,
Right.
which probably smells worse than the horse doo-doo.
Probably.
I'm pretty excited to have seen that, and I just can't. I hope we get to see more.
Did you guys see
You
that?
guys
That was a
sure were
dragon.
scared.
All right. Well, let me describe what you're
Anybody tell
seeing.
me what?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, is anybody tell me what the heck that was?
Yeah. I mean that's a fair question, I think.
Yeah.
We could tell you what I thought it looked like, but that can't be. It just can't.
I think we stepped in some funny mushrooms or something. I'm not quite sure what that was, but I'm hoping it isn't real.
Oh, it was real, all right.
Okay, so what I have
Ash.
here, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm good. Thanks.
I'm going to say what I have here, you guys are at the very bottom of the map if you can't see yourselves, is the swamp area that's specifically around where you're heading towards of Zaxxaroth. It has gotten so dark, unnaturally dark, that you can only see a few hundred feet in front of you. So again, you're still going to be using the little bedroll as referencing where you're going to go, but feel free to move and I'll start uncovering areas that you'll see once you start moving.
Anybody else's map black?
Yeah,
I
so
know.
you have to go to the very bottom of it to see it. So you can see that you're getting to an edge and the swamp water itself is sort of spread out all around you.
I got you.
See if we can find dry ground.
It looks like at the
Definitely.
edge of your vision, you do see some sort of bridges that are sort of defunct and sort of broken up a bit. All right, hold up right there really quick.
Okay.
And amid drooping vines and mosses, a bridge spans 2 sections of ground. Its ornate wooden lattice work, carved to resemble vines, is broken in many places. 2 hooded figures stand on the north side of the bridge. That's the one just past you guys. So I'm going to go into the swamp area here just so we can set this up. I know I'm using the same random encounter map. Just bear with me if you can.
Only so many swamp maps.
Yeah, pretend. All right, let me populate this thing. So you see these 2 cloaked figures at the other side, and they definitely see you guys as well. Pretend that bridge actually spans that gap that you're looking at right there. Let's get into some initiative.
Oh, wait, initiative.
Yeah.
Come on, where's it at? There it is.
Oh, we're almost at 8. We're not
Yeah.
going to have time to finish this battle. We should probably stop before we start, because then we'll just have to stop in the middle of the encounter, and that'll suck. All right, so as you see them, they're completely robed, and they sort of, the robed faces look toward you. It's all completely shrouded in shadow, just like the entire swamp feels like it's all completely shrouded in shadow. And you can hear them sort of call out, "Give up now, and we might let you live for a while." And that is where we will stop today's session. All right. We had
Alrighty.
some good times.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
We made some memories. I was really impressed with what you guys did with those refugees. That could have easily ended up in a combat situation that would have been a very ugly one at the end of it for them, you know, these
Yes.
just regular people. So it is very important to have that perspective from time to time to understand motivation of why people are doing what they're doing. I think you did brilliant there. But that is going to wrap up this session 3 of our Dungeons & Dragons 5.5 edition DL1 Dragons of Despair actual play. Huge thanks to the players for making it such a great session and all the wonderful role playing that was added in there. I really, really did enjoy that. For those of you watching, what do you think about this adventure? Aside from the awesome Ghostbuster apropos comment about if anyone asks if you're a god, you say yes. And what did you think about the behavior and the actions of the heroes here? Would you have stopped to get a little bit of pork? I mean, it's probably the best tasting animal on the planet, in my opinion, so I probably would have. Let us know in the comments below. You can always email me at info@dlsaga.com as well. I would like to take a moment and invite you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, ring the bell, get notified about upcoming videos, and click the like button. It all goes to help other Dragonlance fans learn about this channel and its content. Thank you to creator patrons Aaron Hardy and D. Robert Handy, producer patrons David Galindo and Joe Lyons, developer patrons Chris Androu and Sam Ruiz, and all of the YouTube members. This channel is all about celebrating the wonderful world, the Dragonlance Saga, and I hope that you'll join the celebration. For everyone here, my name's Adam with Dragonlance Saga, and until next time, Slan Javar.